Hey everyone, what's going on? Dave Kettner here with another video training for you. This is again about Anywhere POD. It's a new Etsy software, and I'm excited to share with you a training that we did again with Chris Meets, who is the person that created this software, and he went over from our last video training that we had that I shared with you. If you guys haven't seen it, make sure you go back and watch that because that one comes before this one. But he made enhancements based on what we asked him, and within a week he had them implemented into his software. So he's going to show you what those are here. I'm going to introduce him here in a second. This was our coaching call that we had with our Marketplace Mastery Coaching Elite group, and I'm going to give you guys access to it so you can actually see what he was sharing with us, and you can get access to the software as well, because I'm going to give you a link. If you go down in the description, you'll see there's a link to get this Anywhere POD software, and it is a game changer for Etsy. It's going to save you time, it's going to save you money. And we even go over in this video the different things that you can cancel other software because this makes it no longer needed. You have it all in this software, right? And it's gonna make your life so much easier. All right, so that link is down in there. You can check it out. And if you catch this soon enough, you can grab not only the 7-day trial, but another 30 days free to test this out without any credit card if you can get in quick enough as a beta tester. So let me introduce Chris, and this is from our call that we had just very recently. You notice that Chris is back on here, right? And Chris Meets, he said, man, I love your coaching program. I want to do this business. And so, no, I'm just kidding. That's not why he's here. He's here because he actually continues to make more updates with the software. So he contacted me a couple days ago. He already, communicated with Jody. In fact, Chris remember if those of you that were on the call last week, Chris said, hey, Jody, I want to know more, how you're getting this keyword data from Allure. Allure, is that how you say it, Jody?
Yeah,
Allure?
Allura.
Allura.
Yeah.
And so they got on the call together, and Chris said, oh, okay, thank you for showing me that. And then Chris implemented the software right away. So there's things that he put in place over the past week that we're like, all right, let's have Chris come on again and share some more stuff about, what's going on, where he's going with all this. And then some of your questions that he has, he's going to go through that as well. So anyway, Chris, welcome back. Thanks for coming on. And you have a lot to share with us. So I'm just going to hand it right over to you.
Perfect. Sounds great. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on again. So since I showed this last week, I won't go in as much detail, but there's a few bigger updates that while I had you guys, I wanted to try to get in front of you since we talked about a lot of this last week. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. A few quick updates here to the system, and then I also have a few updates on Dave's link and that coupon code and stuff I want to hit when we're done here too. So just real quick, I know last week we talked about Be Nice, especially Jody was excited about the possibility of having custom fonts and being able to upload your own fonts. So you can do that in here now. Name your font and just upload your font files here for the different variations. So this would be whatever your font name here is, and then here you can put in if it's italic or bold or whatever into each one of the ones here, and then those will all be available in the personalization and mockup builder for you guys. So I've got that in place. We also discussed a little bit about digital products, so that is in here now, and I did a few things with that. So just your standard cool title here and description. And then when you come down here, you can add in your digital files. So I've got a few here that you can load in. It'll show a little preview here if it's PNG or SVG. So let me load, I want to load a couple of these so you can see I got a mockup builder in place as well for digital files as well. So if you're selling digital files, I've got this rooster head here. I think I had one more file I want to show you. I got that one saved wrong. So we'll just roll with those three right now. So up
Chris,
here,
this is where you're putting in like all the different variations of the same design for the same product sale
for the listing. So you can do 5 digital images. Yeah. So that's what we're doing here. So I've got on this one just SVG, PDF, and PNG. So if one of your files here is a PNG, if you're offering a PNG, we can build the mockups for you right here before you push it over to Etsy. So I know a lot of times, people will show like a preview with the available file types. And then also sometimes, I know Dave usually shows where you want to put it on a mug or a t-shirt or that type of thing. So all that can be handled inside of here now as well. If you come in here to generate mockups, I have 3 just kind of generic ones here. You can see this first one is going to drop the file types in here. So that's kind of cool, but I thought it'd be even cooler if you guys could upload and create your own mockup templates. So if you have your own mockup pack that you want to use kind of the same looking mockups on each one, you can now build those in here as well. So let me create one of those real quick and show you how that works. So this process will work for either print on demand or for digital. So if you're selling print on demand and you have your own set of mug mockups that you use on all of your listings, those can be generated automatically as you're building the product and be pushed over when the listing's created. You don't have to go to a third-party software to be able to do that now. So I'll come in here and do one for a digital mockup real quick. So if we just go to upload, and let me see what I want to do here. Let me do one with, might be a featured listing that would have just an image placeholder. So we'll replace this image with the PNG of our digital asset. So if we expand that here, and let me actually move this up a little bit here. So I have room at the bottom for, I'll show you how the text placeholder works. So we can center that, make it a little bit bigger. So here you see the art placeholder image. If we check that box, then when you build your mockup, whatever digital PNG file you have uploaded will be replaced with that image. And same thing with the text. So this can be our placeholder for our file types. And you can set any kind of font that you want for that as well. So we'll put that down here at the bottom. And if I check this box here, it'll be replaced with whatever file types I have available for that listing. You can do other stuff here too. So if you wanted to do, you can see on the images here, you can set opacity. So if you want to do like a watermark on your images, here's just an example logo. I can upload that and put that over the whole thing and bring my opacity level down here. And that essentially will put a watermark on the mockup when that gets created. So let me save that.
Chris, you work quick. You got every point I mentioned.
Yeah, it's been a busy week. So, some of this stuff was stuff from the beginning I knew I wanted to do. So I maybe had some of the groundwork in place, but trying to keep things moving as much as possible here. So if I come back over, here's that digital product that I created a little bit ago. So I've got my PNG file here. Now, if I come into generate mockups, you can see the image that we just created here. So say I select that, and I can select these guys here and click on generate mockups. This is going to go through in the background now, and it's going to create those mockups. It's going to put the title down at the bottom. It's going to build all of that for me. So you can see here's my digital mockup. It's got the watermark here that we talked about. It's got whatever font I wanted with the 3 file types. Those are the 3 file types that I have preloaded here already. So it takes care of all that work for you. You can essentially use this to build whatever images you want. So if you're always building I know sometimes you'll run, a lot of people will list their digital files, and maybe you're going to be running a 50% coupon all the time. You can put a little 50% off badge on here on the mockup, and that'll just automatically be on there when you generate the mockups and everything ready to go there for you. You can see here it did the other one too. So here it is on a coffee mug that it created. So now when I push this over, it'll have all that information on it. Similar process, like I said, for print on demand. So if you're selling coffee mugs or anything like that, you want your own custom mockups, those can all be handled automatically by the system for you now as well.
So, Chris, am I understanding correctly that if you were to add, let's say, an AI file in there, it would automatically put that now down below where it shows the different file types over the mockup there?
Yes. So whatever file types you have loaded over here, it'll automatically pull in. So
Okay,
just pulled in these three because that's what I have here.
I'm gonna throw a caveat into there now. So, what happens if we are doing a design pack and we're doing a zip file?
If you're doing a zip file, if you do those often, I would just create a mock-up with those already down there. So instead of setting that as a placeholder, you can just set that as static text.
So you could still do the zip files down below there?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
You can still do a zip file. So here, instead of doing this as a placeholder, I would uncheck that. And then I would come in here and just actually type in what I want, and it would just show up there. So you can add text, you can add images, you can add any element you want here, and then you can pick whether or not you want it to be essentially static or if you wanted to fill in the file types for you.
Okay. Yeah. So the zip files work too, so you can do design packs. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
And we can adjust that size if we want to, the set size.
By doing that zoom box down. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So right here you can set this size here is going to be the final generated image size. So you can change that. If there's a better size that I should be setting for Etsy, I can adjust that so it has a better default size there too. But that's what's in there now. So
are you going to have trainings like videos where we can go back and view this as we're trying to learn how to use this system?
Yes, absolutely. So if you look, these newest updates that I'm covering today, I don't have done yet. I should have those done. Should be this week. If not, I'll definitely have them up next week. And you'll see like various places. Let me see where one's at here, trying to think. Like if I come into, pretty sure I have it on here. Yeah, see this little how-to video button?
Yes.
So those will be throughout the system. Anywhere that I have a training video for it will be right there, and you can click on it and play the little video that kind of demos and goes through the feature that it's next to.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So I have any videos I have on the YouTube channel now. I have there, and like I said, I'll be updating those and going through and doing the rest. If you guys want to be updated when those come out, you can go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. That way you can be one of the first to know when one of those are out there. And then I'll be sending, as we continue to grow, I'll be sending, of course, email updates as new things are added as well. So let me show you some of the updates to the tag and shop analyzer here. So I made quite a few updates to this after talking to Jody. So you can come in here similar to before and do a search for anything that you would like on Etsy. There's an option here now. This is on a digital product. So it's by default just going to search other digital products. You can toggle that on or off if you would like to. But it will, I'll show you a print on demand product too over on mugs, because it will just search the mug category as well. So you can see then down here, it's going to give you analysis of the top 100 products that it was able to find. Show you the average price, how many days, how many of the items are personalized, which I'll show you on a good way to use that over on coffee mugs here in a minute. And then how many times it found that tag. Over here, you can click here. It'll pull up the search that it just did on Etsy. So that's there too. Let me jump over to a print on demand product real quick and show you on coffee mugs. So here you can see it's just searching the dad category again. So if I search here for, say, Father's Day, it's going to search all of the Father's Day listings here. And again, here it'll show you the number that are personalized. So just for Father's Day, 40% of the top 100 ranked listings are personalized. So almost half of the mugs that show up are personalized right now. So I thought that was a interesting thing to have there. Another cool feature here at the top, after talking to Jody, she was talking about how she uses this with Allura to be able to do research on competitors. I know she was going to have to step off, so I'm not sure if she's still on or not, but this will also pull in an analysis of the shop. It'll show you how many current active listings the shop has, total sales, shows you digital listings they have. So it shows you a lot of really good stats for that that shop as well as estimated revenue yearly for that shop.
Where are you pulling that estimated revenue in from?
So what I'm doing here, it should have a little info button here. So this is doing the calculation based off of the number of reviews and their average listing price. So it's basically figuring that 10% of their buyers are leaving a review is where that number is coming from. So all of the data, so I don't know if I need to get into the weeds on how some places get their data. It's most of the actual sales data that you see from any other tools is not actually coming from Etsy. They are buying it from a third party that has a group of users that are willing to report their buying habits from Etsy to them, or they're using some other way to get it, but it's not actual Etsy data. So the only thing I'm pulling in is data that actually comes directly from Etsy, if that makes sense. So yeah, you can do a shop analysis here. On this one, if you search, I'm not sure if I'm sharing my full screen. When I click on that link, are you able to see it pull up here?
Yeah, we see it.
Okay, yeah. So it'll search, instead of searching all of Etsy, it'll just search that shop for whatever keyword you're doing research on. So it's a good way to do some analysis on competitors and be able to dive in a little bit deeper on what some of your competitors are doing there as well. So, and all of that is included right now. I don't have this is unlimited use for this portion of it as well. So I know a lot of other tools have the different packages. Starting out, you're limited to the number of searches that you can do. Right now I don't have any limit. It's unlimited for the offer that we have out there to you guys right now. So with that being said, in the future, definitely going to be needing to adjust prices. But right now I don't. So if you want to get in, lock in that $29.99 a month right now, get in there while it lasts. We're also at the point now where we've, gotten the beta testers in here. We've had that out there for a couple of weeks. So the coupon code that Dave has been sharing with you guys the last couple of weeks, that is going to expire on Friday. So if you guys are interested in getting in and trying this out, I recommend get in there. You can get the 1 month for free, and you can get this price locked in before we start making adjustments or putting additional limits in place. And let me show you, and then I can answer any questions that anybody has. When you sign up and log in, you'll be taken here to the dashboard. You can either click this button here, or at any time you can get to the billing portal by clicking the little icon up there and go into billing. And here you just pick right now whether you want your monthly or your yearly, and hit subscribe. And then right here will be where you put the discount code that Dave's been sharing with you. You can do credit card, or you can take, if you prefer PayPal, you can do PayPal through this as well. So at any time, if you need to get in here and make any adjustments too, I'll jump into my other account and show you guys. I know some people, especially I think some international, they require addresses on receipts. So when you come in here, there we go. So here's one. You'll have your receipt every month. You can come in here and you can add your address so that it's right there available on your receipt. And this is, of course, the same place where you would make any adjustments. If you want to change your subscription plan over to yearly, you can make those changes anytime, your monthly. And of course, if you can cancel at any time. So that's available right in here for you guys, right in that billing portal. So just wanted to walk through that with you guys in case you had any questions as far as billing works. So like I said, after you sign up, go to billing, hit subscribe, put in the coupon code, and you'll get the 1 month free and be locked in for that price. So
yeah, and Debbie said you pulled in info like Allura. So Allura is how much a month, Debbie? like 20 something.
Yeah, it's I pay for it yearly, so
Yeah,
I don't know off the top
you
of my
got a
head,
better
but I'm
deal.
like, that's pretty cool. And especially oh, there you go. He pulled it up.
So yeah, it is 20, but you get limited searches for that
Yeah.
as well. So you got to go up to the 29 a month to get unlimited on that.
So right there covers the cost if you're doing the professional plan of Allura,
Great.
which is
And,
interesting because, and Chris, you're good timing on this because I'm updating my course. I won't even use Allura. I was originally going to, because I know Jody loves it. I haven't really dug into it that much yet because I haven't been doing as much marketing. But yeah, there's no reason to cover it now because you brought it into your software. So
and if you look at their shop analyzer, they don't actually let you can pull in some of the same data that I have on the shop analyzer, but they don't actually let you search that shop. So if you have a shop that is selling multiple different items, and you want to search to see what they're using for mugs, for example, you can't do that. So they have the shop analyzer, but it is I pull in a little bit more information. I also, looking at all the competition, I didn't see anybody that was pulling in the number of personalized products like I was, like we have here as well. So if you're wanting to know, hey, how many, if there's 100 listings and half of them are personalized and you're not doing personalization, that's potentially 50% of sales that you could be missing out on there. So
I had a question about the your similarity to Allura. Can you pull back up one of your search things?
yeah.
Okay. So does it show like with Allura, they'll show like their number one seller, like how many they get per month? Is yours showing that?
Like their number one or their featured listings. Is that what you're meaning?
Kind of. So if you pull up Allura, do you have Allura? So if
Is
you
this the section here you're talking about?
yeah, so if you scroll down just a little bit, they'll show you like, oh, so this mug is getting 17 sales a month and they have 263 total. Does yours show that?
I don't break down individual listings for shops currently.
Okay.
But that is potentially something that I could do.
Okay. Because like if you click on that first time grandma mug and you go down a
Right.
little bit, it'll show like all the tags.
Right. Per listing, right? Yeah. So right now I'm showing I would be showing an aggregate of their tags. I guess really you would get you'd get the same thing probably if you grab the title here. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
And do they have a duplicate? Yeah, and they have the same tag listed twice on that listing, which is kind of interesting. So, that is a good point. And one of the things that I do, so especially if you're looking at, like say if we're looking at Father's Day is our search term. When I'm counting the listings, I will count fathers with an apostrophe and without an apostrophe. I will count those together and show the number of occurrences together because it's essentially the same thing, right? And when they're searching for fathers with or without the apostrophe, they're going to, show similar search results. So for those purposes, on the number of occurrences down here, that's the reason why those are grouped together. We have any other questions? I think that was at least a high level overview of everything that I wanted to try to show you guys today.
Sorry, Chris, can I just ask a question?
Yeah.
To do a shop analyzer, sorry, do you have to have a product open to be able to get to that little your little box that you've got open tag and shop analyzer, or can you access that somewhere else?
So right now it is inside of a product. If it's a feature that is would be useful for people outside of that, I can certainly add that as a standalone. That's a quick thing to add there. So, yeah, started out just on products, but like I said, if that's something that is useful to people outside of there, I'll definitely add that over in the menu over here as well.
I did put, so just so you guys know, what you saw when he was talking, Rianne asked about the link. So I put the link to his YouTube videos for on YouTube for anywhere POD. I put the link to get the software. I put the support email in there for him. I put the code for the $29.99 off, and that just to specify again, if you want to buy the monthly, you'll get a free month right off the bat. If you want to buy the yearly and save, I forget, Chris, that you save like 2 months as it is, that gets you another free month. So basically, if you get the yearly,
Exactly.
you're getting 9 months, right, instead of 12. So either way, you can use that code.
And just so you guys know, when you sign up, it won't ask you for credit card information or anything. It's just going to ask you to create your account. And it's going to give you 7 days for free. But if you're wanting to get that 1 month for free, that's where you're going to want to go ahead and come into that billing section over here, like I showed you, and go ahead and put in that coupon code to get that. Yeah, and I mean, on that, if anybody has any questions, send me an email. There is a contact us link down here at the bottom on any page. So if you ever have any questions, run into anything at all, feel free to reach out.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you coming on again. And, as we are sharing with you what we would like with this, boom, you're making it happen right away. Just so you guys know, I mean, I've worked with people designing software stuff before, and I've never seen someone not only create something as quickly as Chris does, but implementing the changes as quickly as he does. And even things he's thought of in advance, like when he said in there about putting the address for receipts. I mean, he's thinking of things way before the questions even come up. So I think that's pretty awesome. So Jenny, I see you made it on. You were on pretty much for the time you saw Chris doing all that stuff. So it was funny because we were talking to Jenny yesterday, and she chimed in as soon as she heard, oh, digital image now is available through Anywhere POD. And then you just saw what you were on when you saw the different changes you made, Jenny.
I did.
And she goes, well, I'm ready now.
Well, basically, I go on holiday in a few hours' time to Morocco. So I'm figuring that I don't know what's going to be happening between now and Friday. So I'm just going to sign up now, and then I've got it. So I'm literally just doing it now.
Yeah, she's doing it right now. There you go. Yeah, when you put those deadlines on the coupon, Chris, it puts a fire under people.
So
exactly.
I can get rid of my place it. I can probably even start thinking about losing maker words. So the other things that I can get rid of, it's not really going to be any more costly than I'm already paying out. If
anything, you're saving money.
Yeah.
And Chris, you did forget to mention what we talked about on the call about the $29.99 and where you see this going. You want to share that?
Yeah. So, I mean, like you're saying, looking at the other tools that this is replacing and what others are charging, and, the cost to be able to do some of this stuff. So for generating mock-ups, for searching Etsy, for getting tags, all that type of stuff. Talking to Dave earlier, realistically, eventually I see this end up getting closer to the $97 a month price. So that's my goal and plan of where I see it going. Like I said, get in now, lock that in. Yeah. And when we do raise that to the 97 price, you guys will all be locked in at 29 a month. So
yeah, and I hate to, you guys know I'm not a salesy, pushy person. I don't do that. I mean, I'm not one of those people. I'm not Onik. Onik is really good at, we got 5 spots left and we're not getting off this call. I don't do that. That's Onik. Other people too, but it's not false scarcity or false urgency. With the coaching, we will be raising that price. That's not going to change. With Chris's software, he's going to be raising. So I was telling Chris, I'm like, the people that are getting in right now, and let's round it up, say $30 a month. The people that are getting in for $30 a month, when you see this thing selling for $100 a month, you're going to be like, man, I'm so glad I locked in that price when I did, because you will be grandfathered in that price. Just like, anyway, Chris, thanks for coming on. I'm going to if you want to stick on, it's up to you. I'm going to hit a couple of questions here before we end the call. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And I look forward to continue working with you.
Could I ask Chris one quick question?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Go
for it. If we get in and lock it in at $29 a month and get it in, pay for an entire year, once that year's up, do we have to continue paying for a year? Can we just break it down monthly after that year? Is that an option? I'm just curious.
Yeah. So if you do the yearly, even without the coupon code, you'll save I think you basically are getting 2 months free. So if you want to continue
Right.
and get that 2 months every year, you can. If not, if you ever want to switch and go back to monthly, you can do all that. There will just be a little button that says change subscription plan or whatever down there, and you'll be able to change that.
So
from,
Chris, I guess,
from now on, if you go for the yearly, you'll continually get 2 months free going forward for every year that you go yearly, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Perfect.
and would they still be locked in? So let's say that he does the yearly and wants to switch to monthly in a year. Would he still get the $29.99? If he because if we're locked in grandfather, we probably would just have to come to you and make sure that it gets done correctly.
Yeah, you'd have to come to me. So if we do raise prices, over the next year, when you want to go back, if you do want to go back to the monthly, you would need to reach out and talk to us to be able to get that. Because if the price has gone up, any ongoing pricing is going to be, based on the new pricing.
You know what? I just a suggestion, Chris. Is there a way to set it up so people that purchase the yearly, because this is the way I've usually seen it, they purchase for the yearly and then you have it set up for an auto renew, not for the year, but for a monthly. And then if they want to up it to a year, they can do that before the monthly starts. So then you don't even have to worry about, the support nightmare of trying to get it back to the right price.
I'd have to look and see if that's capable or not. But I think when you sign up for the yearly, it's going to want to keep you on that yearly price, the way the subscription's in there right now.
What service are you using?
Paddle is the name of it.
I don't know Paddle. I know it's Stripe. You can, so I mean, check, because usually you can tell them, because after that, whatever the initial payment is, you can put in there what the renewal is. But anyway, just look into it, because that's usually the way I see it. People can renew for then for a month, and if they want to then pay for the year, they can do that too.
Yeah,
but
I'll take a look and see. But I mean, anybody that's in signing up now, like Dave said earlier, you guys are Dave's best customers. You guys have been really good working with him. So, Dave's already vouched for you guys, so we'll take care of you going forward. So if you want to make a change and it's not in there automatic, we'll figure it out for you.
One last one real quick. If you do it for a year, can you set it up to do an auto debit or auto pay on your yearly renewal?
Yes. So that's the way it would work right now. So if you do it for a year, when that year is up, it's going to, unless you go in and change anything, it's going to go ahead and auto renew that then every year.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, you bet.
All right. So that's it. Last question for Chris, or Leanne's going to say something?
Yeah, I have one last question, because I didn't actually use the personalization on Icon Ecom for my mugs. So I'm not sure how this works, but, I usually set up my listings and do my mock-ups with, put name here or and an example of a personalized mug as I'm creating the listing. But because I have had complete control over the personalization in Printify, I never really worried about what I left on the original listing for a design. Like, do you have to, with your system, do I have to be concerned about leaving a personalized, the personalization design off of the mug, and just have the design on with the blank space ready for the personalization?
Yep. So what you will do, and if you check out YouTube, I do have a training video that goes over each step of that process. I think it's called just how to build a personalized product for Etsy, I think, on my YouTube channel. Essentially what you do is when you create that product, you will upload the blank artwork without any personalization on it. And then you'll click the add text. And then that add text is essentially your placeholder for the personalization. And you just want to make sure you click the checkbox that says that it's personalized. And then when you turn on personalization in Etsy, whatever the customer enters there, we will grab and essentially swap out your placeholder for whatever the customer entered. And then you can decide on top of that if you want to review the orders as they come in to make sure that they look okay to you and make any final adjustments, or you can have a model fulfill.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Chris, thanks again. I appreciate it. You
thanks,
gave us a lot of content here, and we thank you. You have a wonderful rest of the day, and I know we'll be in contact.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
So I hope you guys enjoy that. That was our call. It took out some of the things that weren't really needed in there, but that was the call we did with Chris Meets. And as you see, he covered a lot of cool stuff. And actually, as I'm recording this right now, he's already implemented new things. In fact, I just talked to him yesterday, and he just implemented now where you can actually bring in the 11 and 15 ounce mug suppliers into one listing, or whenever that's the case where they might not have different sizes. And it's just going to keep on growing and make things a lot easier. So make sure that you grab that 30-day free trial as a beta tester. It is going to expire on June 15th at midnight Pacific Standard Time. So if you're watching this before that, grab that, take advantage of that, and become a beta tester. If you're after that, it's okay. You still have the 7-day free trial, and you have no credit card needed. Just make sure you go down below in the description. You'll see the link to get access to that trial. And you have any comments or questions, please put them in the video. I'll be happy to address them for you. And we can even get Chris to answer them for things that you may want to have more enhancements to this software, because he's going to continue to make it better and better. Now, as we talked about in the video, do know that he's going to be not only getting rid of the beta testing, but he's going to be increasing the prices as he continues to make enhancements to the software. So before you know it, it's going to be about $100 a month. So for the $29.99 that it currently is, that's what it was when I was recording this video. Grab it, because you'll be grandfathered into that price. And if you lock in the yearly subscription, you're going to have even a better deal, and you'll be locked into that for life as well. So again, it's Game Changer. It's going to really help you out. If you enjoy this video, please like it. It helps get the word out to other people. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you'll be notified whenever I'm sending out new training and information. So that's it for today. I look forward to sending you more, as I'm going to go through now and start developing my training videos all around his software, because my course training is going to go, I'm going to be implementing everything that he's doing, because again, it just makes life so much easier. So with that said, I look forward to catching you in another training video sometime soon. Take care.